Greetings, hope this finds you well. Just wanted to share my thoughts, opinions, and the like on the idea that seems to be gaining steam around, at least on the Democratic side, of trying to impeach Trump for either, for obstruction of justice and kind of things of that nature. I think that's a misguided thing to do, and the Senate's controlled by Republicans, and Donald Trump has over a 90% approval rating among Republican voters, so there's no way he would never be, the Republican senators would never vote to, impeach him for anything, probably. So the only benefit that impeaching Trump would have would be to further kind of rally support from his base around him, as well as giving him more ammunition to just say, the Democrats are on a witch hunt, more or less, because you just point out to the Mueller report, stating that there's no collusion between him and the Russians during the 2016 campaign, and by impeaching him, the Democrats would be taking the focus off where it should be, which should be focused on policy, how his policy has been bad for the vast majority of Americans. It's only benefited the super wealthy, like his tax cuts, or how his deregulating the EPA and these other agencies has been really bad for people, how his policies have led to 3 million people losing their health care, how he's trying to change how poverty rates are measured, so more people would be getting less services, and then still doing really poorly, and just basically just the overarching theme of how his policies are very aggressive and, like I said, harm the vast majority of Americans while only benefiting a very small section of that, as well as corporate interests, things of that nature. And by talking about impeaching him, or if it gets to that point, all you would be doing is igniting, a fire under his base that would further cement his support on that segment of the electorate. So I just think it's very misguided, and like I said, the Senate would never vote to confirm that impeachment, because it's controlled by the Republicans, and like I said, the Republican voters overwhelmingly support the job that Trump has been doing since he is in office. And I think by setting this whole impeachment process in stage, if it gets the Democrats vote to impeach him, which they do control the House of Representatives, they would have the votes to do that, but I think it would honestly probably backfire in a huge way for the reasons I just outlined. It would probably make it more likely that he would be elected again. So if the Democrats want him to be elected, then they should impeach him, because it's not going to accomplish anything, and I don't know if it's just out of some foolhardiness or if he even means it, but Trump has talked about he welcomes being impeached because it would just exonerate him again, like the Russian investigation would, which it would in a sense, because like I said, the Senate Republicans would never vote to, confirm that impeachment stance. So we'd love to hear your thoughts on this issue. If you think Trump should be impeached, why? And if you don't, what are your reasons around this as well? Peace.